Okwudili have just returned from his flamboyant wedding, which took place at the village with his beautiful wife, Ikuna. The wedding was so stressful, and Okwudili was very tired and hungry. Then he said to his wife, Ikuna, with a loving voice, "Ikem, please, can you prepare something for me to eat?" Ikemefuna replied, "Okay, dear, just give me few minutes. I'll be back in a jiffy." And in few minutes' time, Ikemefuna entered the sitting room holding a tray of a hot meal. Okwudili smiled when he saw her. When Okwudili was done eating, he begged, "Ah, my love, this food was very delicious. Thank you so much." They laughed as they went to sleep. Okwudili and Ikemefuna have been having a fantastic time since they returned from the village. They will go out together every Sunday evening, having nice time in different restaurants, taking a stroll round their estates most evenings, and will always wear anko to church every Sunday. Okwudili and Ikemefuna were having the best season of their lives, and they were envied by everyone in their neighborhood. Most women in the neighborhood envied Ikemefuna because Okwudili loved and pampered her like a queen, and they wished to be in her position. Okwudili, who happened to be the director of a multi-million company in Abuja, ensured that his wife Ikemefuna lacked nothing. He opened a big boutique for her where she sold human hairs, shoes and bag, and he also gifted her a brand new SUV. Ikemefuna was very happy and thanked her husband profusely. And in return, Ikemefuna respected and honored her husband, Okwudili, and did her best to ensure she was not lacking in any area maritally. She satisfied Okwudili with local and continental dishes and also satisfied him well in bed. Few weeks later, Ikemefuna found out that she was pregnant, and when she told Okwudili the good news, he was very excited and overjoyed. He even went to the extent of employing two maids to assist Ikemefuna. Then he said, "My love, from today, I don't want to see you doing anything. Just sit, enjoy, and take good care of yourself and my unborn child. Anything you need, let me know, or instruct the maids to do them for you. Bikono." Ikemefuna smiled and thanked her husband. 3 months later, one night, Okwudili called his wife and said, "Ikem, my love, I will be traveling to Akwa Ibom tomorrow morning. My company sent me for a very important meeting, but I won't be long. It's just for few weeks." Ikem said, looking sad, "Oh, Beam, it's just 3 months into our marriage, and you want to start traveling? And the notice is too short. Tomorrow." Okwudili drew close to her and held her hands. The meeting came as an emergency, but I promise not to be long. Please. I'm going to miss you. Ikem said with a loving voice. Okwudili embraced and encouraged her, telling her that he won't be long and will always call her frequently. The next morning, Ikemefuna drove her husband to the airport and watched as he boarded the plane. Then she drove back home silently. Hours later, Ikemefuna called her husband to know if he has arrived his destination. Okwudili replied, "Yes, love. I just arrived at the hotel and I'm trying to settle in. So how are you doing? And how is my baby?" "We are doing good," Ikemefuna replied. "I'm already missing you." Okwudili said, "My love, it's just for a few weeks. I'll be back before you knew it." They discussed before Okwudili hung the phone. When Okwudili was done arranging his luggage, he decided to go down to the poolside and relax and also swim. When he got there, as he was swimming, two beautiful ladies walked to the place and sat down, sipping juice close to the pool. When one of the ladies, whose name was Akite, sighted Okwudili in the pool, then she said to her friend, "Wow, see that dude. He's so handsome. That guy is my spec, and I must get him." Akite, her friend said, as she laughed out loud. "You have started again, oh. You know they take this your two eyes, see handsome men. Now what for you, oh? Do you know if he's married?" "Married or not, I don't care. All I know is that I must get him," she said as she walked close to the pool. Akite, who was a beautiful and curvy lady, said to Okwudili, "Hi, I love the way you swim. Can you be my swimming coach?" Okwudili looked up in surprise, then said, "I don't really know how to swim, and I'm not a swimming coach." Akite laughed and said, "I know that you are not a swimming coach, but can you be my personal swimming coach? I love the way you swim. By the way, I'm Akite. Are you new in town? Because I haven't seen this handsome face here before," she said, smiling. Okwudili said, "Yes, I just arrived today and I'm trying to get familiar with the environment." "That's nice. I can be of help. I can show you around town. And I know good restaurants where you can eat delicious meals and try different delicious Akwa Ibom soup." Okwudili smiled and said, "Wow, that would be nice. I have not eaten and I'm famished. Can you take me to the place?" Akite replied with a smile, "You don't need to bother yourself. I will place the order and bring it personally to your room. Just tell me your room number." Okwudili hesitated for a while, but after much persuasion from Akite, he told her his room number. Unknown to Okwudili, that Akite was a runs girl who specializes in charming her victim with love potion until she has sucked them dry financially before letting them go. So few minutes later, Akite brought freshly cooked meal, to Okwudili. She knocked on the door. Okwudili, who was putting on only boxers, came to open the door. Then Akite said, smiling, "Your food is ready," as she entered into the room. "This is edikaikon and pounded yam, and it is best to eat it when it's hot." Okwudili thanked her, then pounced on the food and devoured it like an hungry dog, not knowing that Akite added love potion to it. So when Okwudili was done eating, he begged, "Ah, wow, this food is very delicious. I have heard about edikaikon, but I don't know is this delicious." Few minutes later, something strange started happening to Okwudili. He could no longer control himself around Akite anymore. He jumped on her like a hungry dog. And Akite, who was excited that her plan has worked on Okwudili, played along. From that day, Okwudili started behaving like a zombie. He will only do what Akite asked him to do. He even forgot about the business meeting he came for. He will stay all day with Akite, laughing, discussing, and having fun. Akite had a strong hold on Okwudili. With time, she accessed all his bank apps and started transferring the money into her own account. Okwudili did not remember his pregnant wife again. Everything went blank in his head. Back in Abuja, Ikemefuna called Okwudili for days, but he did not respond. She became anxious. It has been over a week since she last heard from Okwudili. At first, she assumed he was busy. But as the days stretched on and her calls went unanswered, she became restless. She tried not to panic, but the pit in her stomach grew heavier with each passing day. After 2 weeks and Ikemefuna have not heard from Okwudili, she became very worried and could not keep on anymore. Then she decided to go to Okwudili's workplace to inquire about her husband. When she got there, she asked to see the manager. The manager, Mr. Donald, recognized her because he attended their wedding. Ikemefuna narrated her worry to him, telling him that she had not heard from Okwudili for 2 weeks now. Mr. Donald was shocked. Then he told Ikemefuna that him also have not heard from Okwudili since he traveled. And he also got to know that he did not attend the meeting he went for. At this point, Ikemefuna was already shaking. She screamed, "Hey, Chimo, what would have happened to my husband? God, please, protect him. Ha! So you people have not heard from my husband since he traveled, and you kept short about it?" Ikemefuna could not control herself. She wept as she left the office. Ikemefuna wanted to go to the police station to report the situation, but then she decided to call her father-in-law and tell him what is happening. Mr. Okafor told her to remain calm, that he will call Okwudili and get back to her. So Mr. Okafor called Okwudili. At that time, Akite was not around. So Okwudili picked the call. Mr. Okafor said with a firm voice, "Where are you?" Okwudili replied, "I'm in Akwa Ibom." Mr. Okafor said, "Why are you not picking your wife calls?" Okwudili hesitated, then replied, "Papa, there is something I want to tell you. I have found the love of my life, and I want to get married to her." Mr. Okafor laughed and said, "Ah, Okwudili, are you insane? Like, are you mad?" Okwudili replied, "No, Papa, I'm okay. Oh. This woman Akite is my soulmate, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her." Mr. Okafor said, "I can see that you are mad and you have lost your senses," he said, and hung the phone. He called Ikemefuna immediately and said, "My daughter, your husband have been charmed. They don't jasamo." Ikemefuna broke down in tears. She started crying. "Ewo, Chimo, what have I done to deserve this?" Mr. Okafor calmed her down and told her, "My dear, this is not the time to cry, but to take action spiritually and physically." Ikemefuna screamed, "Hey, no wonder. I have been receiving huge debit alerts from our joint account." Mr. Okafor said, "I will arrive at Abuja first thing tomorrow with my pastor, and we will take a flight to Akwa Ibom. So calm down. Everything will be fine. Inugo." Ikemefuna nodded and hung the phone. Ikemefuna was restless throughout that day. She cried, she wept, she wailed. The next day, Mr. Okafor arrived at the house with his pastor, Prophet Victor Emmanuel. They made arrangements, and the next day, they arrived at Akwa Ibom and went straight to the police station and reported the issue. Ikemefuna explained to the officer that her husband was kept hostage and they have withdrawn all the money in their account. So the policemen followed them. When they got to the hotel, they asked the receptionist about Okwudili, and they were directed to his room. As they knocked on the door, a tall chocolate lady opened the door. Ikemefuna did not even allow her to talk. She pushed her and entered into the room with her father-in-law behind her. There, seated on the bed, was Okwudili. He was looking pale, like a puppet. Ikemefuna screamed, "My love, what are you doing here?" Okwudili did not even reply. He was just looking blankly, like a zombie. Ikemefuna shouted angrily, "Officers, arrest this useless woman." Akite, who was standing there, looking confused and shocked. The officers handcuffed her and took her away. The pastor went into action. Mr. Okafor, the pastor, and Ikemefuna started praying. They prayed and prayed and prayed. Suddenly, a scale fell off from Okwudili's eyes. Then he fainted. Ikemefuna was shocked, but few minutes later, Okwudili woke up. He looked surprised and confused. Then he asked, "What is going on here?" "Papa, My love, what is happening? Where am I? What am I doing here? The pastor, Prophet Victor, whispered, "Thank you, Jesus, for this deliverance." Ikemefuna pulled her husband close and said, "Calm down. Everything is under control. When we get to Abuja, I will explain everything to you. But now, we are going to the police station." So they left. When they got to the station, they met the DPO and explained to him how Akite has withdrawn all the money in Okwudili's account, and they asked that she refund every penny. Akite, who has spent some of the money, but she refunded the one that is left in her bank account. Ikemefuna pressed charges against her, and Akite was sent to court and was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment for fraud. Mr. Okafor, the pastor, and Ikemefuna and Okwudili returned back to Abuja. That night, Okwudili and Ikemefuna sat on the couch, looking blankly. The room was silent for a while. Then Ikemefuna broke the silence. She said, "Tell me all that happened. How did you meet that strange woman?" Okwudili took a deep breath, then said, "I met her at the poolside when I went to swim. But the last thing I could remember was when she brought a plate of food for me to eat. After then, I did not understand myself again." Ikemefuna sighed. Thank God everything is over now, and that wicked woman has gotten what she deserved. Okwudili apologized to Ikemefuna. Ikemefuna forgave him. Okwudili make intentional effort to make up for the lost times. 9 months later, Ikemefuna went into labor and gave birth to twin babies. Okwudili was so happy. He was the happiest man on earth. Okwudili and Ikemefuna live happily ever after. Hi, besties. Thank you for watching my story to the end. Please let me know your thoughts about the story in the comment section and the lesson you derive from the story and where you are watching this story from. Like and share the story to your loved ones. Please support your girl Ify Best by subscribing to my channel if you have not done so, and watch the ads until I bring another story your way. Bye!